Hi, behind me there's a curtain, and behind that curtain is this week's project. We took these low, empty, unused spaces in my daughter's bedroom and turned it into some cool built-ins. So what we did this week was essentially an IKEA hack. The bottom of these cabinets is all standard IKEA METOD, and the top stuff is built to fit triangle-shaped weirdness. We started off going to IKEA and buying 6 identical kitchen cabinets. These were 60 by 60 by 60 centimeters. Using a glue clamp and some wood screws, I attached 3 of these cabinets together and then slid them into space in the available opening. Three of these cabinets on a side fit the space available quite good. Since I live in a house that's almost 100 years old, nothing is straight. Nothing. No corner, no anything. Nothing's level, nothing's straight. So I use these tiny plastic leveler things to at least make the bottom cabinets as much level as I could. One of the cabinet boxes was just slightly too big, so I had to cut a corner off in order to have it fit behind the heating element. I made one cut with the table saw and finished it up with a handsaw. Then the piece that I cut off had to fit back in and look semi-okay. So what I did was cut 2 dados in it using my table saw so that it fit in, so that the front was smaller and the back was kind of larger. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining, but you'll see in the video what I mean. The next step was making the custom top for these cabinets, using some plywood and some MDF planks. I made a template out of some cardboard and tried to get as many triangles out of a single sheet of MDF as possible. Then I used a track saw to cut out all the pieces. I wanted the middle piece of each box to have a cool element to it. So what I ended up doing was making this open triangle shape thing, just because I thought it looked cool. Just my thought. I took a few wood scraps and started cutting a simple straight angle. Then using one of these triangles as a reference, I put the third piece on to figure out what angle I needed to cut out so that the whole thing fit. I And then it was inside for some more gluing. The paper pieces are only there so that the wood glue doesn't leak out and connect everything together. I'm just using these triangles as a reference guide for my glue up. Then I laid out all the pieces that make up this box and dry fit them together. The next steps were just glue, some nails, more glue, some nails, more glue. When I had the custom top boxes in place, I needed to then connect them to the existing roof line. To do that, I cut small triangles that would give the faceplate something to hold on to. Then, in order to make the cabinets fit the rest of the environment, I put some trim pieces in that I could later paint and make the whole thing look built in, because that's what a built-in is. The next step was curtain rails. Since these cabinets won't have doors, they're going to be opened and closed with a simple curtain. I made the same thing in my son's room a few years ago. I wanted to increase the surface area so that I would have more place for my glue to go, so that this whole curtain rail would stick with only glue and not fall off in 5 minutes. So what I did was I cut these tiny triangles here as well, and they're just to hold up the curtain rail to the faceplate. I used a little bit of super glue and clamps to put this stuff together until the wood glue had dried enough. Then my wife was so nice enough to make curtains to actually go on this thing, because sewing is a skill I definitely do not yet possess. Next step in making this thing was painting, but painting is really boring, very time consuming, and not fun to look at. So here it is in 2 shots. When the paint was dry, we could attach the curtain rails and enjoy the result. The whole thing took a lot longer than I expected. In my head this was like, I'll do this over the weekend, but it ended up taking a full 2 weeks to fix all these small things in between work and other things. So that's why everything has been a little bit delayed. I'm pretty happy with this result, and this was the final step in making this room ready for my daughter to move in. So now we can move her out of our bedroom and into her very own bedroom. So until next time, I'm now going to move some baby furniture.